It releases in 40 some minutes. Until then, I've got pizza in the oven and then cookies to bake. I think it's been like legitimately years since I've eaten just a frozen fresh pizza. I used to like live off of this stuff, frozen pizza all the time. At least turned out looking quite lovely. Anybody want a cookie? They smell good. Oh man, that one didn't hold together very well. Just sort of, oh well. I think I gotta let these cool down. All right, well I've got some semblance of a cookie here. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the launch button. You guys ready? I wish I could show pressing the launch button, but it's NDA'd, Valve confidential. Heaven forbid somebody see the release button. I'm in. Oh wait, there's stuff here. Bam, let's do it. You can add it to your cart. Excellent, party time. Let's eat goopy cookies. I guess it's fitting that the cookies turned into a goopy mess, although there's like caramel inside of them too. That impacts the structural integrity. Good though. We'll put a limit on it. We'll just do 1 per second for now. Nice. That's a good first run. You won't support any game with a fart time limit?
Whoa,
yeah, I
got
just
some nice air on that one.
I just recently added the ability to jump.
Sweet.
Oops. Maybe that makes it too easy.
Victory!
Because you're just able to jump back and forth there and then accelerate back to it. I guess I could put a cooldown on the jumps. That ability to be aiming toward the loop and then jumping was something I literally just added last night because I found it was kind of frustrating. If your goop is over here and you want to jump down, so you're holding down, but it doesn't jump because you're going to immediately hit the loop. So basically what I did was it would jump at like the closest angle you could jump. So if time since jump greater than or equal to jump interval, then we can jump. Let's see what that feels like.
Goop Loop! All right. Well, you can finally scratch that off your bucket list.
I don't think that check is working. Oh, I know why it's not working, because I never set time since jump to 0 after we jump. Put on a hat. Kind of late for hats, but I can do that. Do you have a hat in mind? I don't know how many purchases there are yet. I don't know if that updates. Hang on, let's check. Well, let's get the hat taken care of first. What kind of hat do you want me to wear, Fooglass? The big game sales hat. Let's see. Yeah, I didn't have a hat that specifically said big game sales. So we'll go with whatever this is. It's got like a Domokun on the side. So there's that. No, we want Y over X. I don't know what I'm doing. That might be right. Nope. That's the inverse. Let's do X over Y. There we go. That's what I want. Life! Goodness, we had a launch party and we didn't have the life of the party here.
Well, look who's here. It's the life of the party.
Oh my gosh, another hat stack. Am I gonna become a full stack developer? This is the first time this has actually happened. I thought the brown hat was kind of dull, so I figure we'll brighten it up a little bit, get a little more color in here. And I got kind of a mohawk on this thing as well. Now I really can't hear anything. Hey now, are you calling me a... Oh my gosh, how big are we making this hat stack tonight? Let's see. I haven't worn the bear hat yet, have I? I know you like the animal hats, so I figured I'd cover the bare necessities. It's not going to be able to fit my headphones on if we get any more of these. For the first time in history, Jitspo wears multiple hats. See if we can get this mohawk sticking up better. There we go. We got some bear hair going on. The bear hair stare. I want to have something where there's like, you know, one of those classic cartoon punching glove things on a spring, and there's, I don't know, some platform or something, you drop down there and it pops out and it just says something like, hey, sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. And then that sends your goop flying up a ramp really high, and then we have like a little breakout level, so you gotta knock the blocks out. And I want to have something where you break through walls, and then when it gets to the fourth one, it's like, hey, I'm the one that's supposed to be breaking the fourth wall here. It would be kind of funny to have red barrels that don't explode, but then just like a blue or black barrel. True level design genius right there, Sir Fetish Fancy. Just build the entire concept of the game around puns.
Boy, that flag is not moving at all. Must be a really stiff breeze.
So every time you hit it, if I did this right,
that was a terrible pun.
the wind force is going to be reduced by half. I'm not sure if I did it right because it doesn't seem like it's kind of getting lower. Maybe the starting value should be a bit less. And yes, it was a terrible pun.
You did it! What little of it there is so far.
Let's try like 3,000. Now we got to smooth the camera out.
Boy, that flag is not moving at all. Must be a really stiff breeze.
There we go. So now our camera transitions over to the flag so you can see it when I comment about it. And then transitions back. And it being rotated up just looks very questionable to me, so I'm gonna I'm gonna rotate this back down to be a little more flat. It may not actually technically be inappropriate, but it looks a little questionable. I'm gonna drop that length down even more. See, it doesn't quite get restricted to the actual length of the spring.
Boy, that flag is not moving at all. Must be a really stiff breeze.
That sounded like a stiff breeze, all right. Oops.
Well, I just spent 25 cents, and thanks to these bets, I got
Bigger.
my quarterback. Time to start my dream football team.
Bigger, you say? Bigger? Oh, you know what? I can just I've made this a thing. Everything is under, so I can just scale the whole thing like that. There we go. 20% bigger for the 25 bits. Or maybe it should be 25% bigger. There we go. 25% bigger for the 25 bits. I may have to put a call out audio in there for people that are frustrated with this. Be like, you know, I originally had this loop a little bit smaller, but then Phil Powers had to go and bribe me with bits to make it bigger.
100 bits? I'd buy that for $1. Ah!
Yes. Oh boy. Disabled is going to be true on that. Disabled is going to be false on the left side, and the z-index. And we saw the z-index change, so we know that works. But then it seems like the collision just doesn't get enabled there. When restoring a collision shape 2D via disabled equals false, it seems not to produce collisions anymore. This seems like it might be a bug in Godot. Well, this would be how you would do it. I mean, seems like the reasonable thing to do. But, yeah, instead what we're gonna do is we're gonna make two static bodies. There's gonna be a static body R, and then I'm gonna duplicate that. That's gonna be static body left. Static body R is just gonna have the collision R, and static body L is just gonna have the collision L. And we're going to not disable either one of them, but instead what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to collision, and we're going to turn off the mask and layer for that, and then we'll have it on for that. And in the script, instead of doing the disabled, it's going to be 1 if right active, else 0. Put in mask, it's going to be that, and static body L, it's going to be the opposite. It's programming. Look at this. Just ones and zeros. That's what people believe it is. I'm just trying to live up to that belief. A cat. I think they're going to say you need a cat sitting at the top that just bats you down as soon as you get close. You have a cat just sitting on the top of the loop, and then when you finally make it, it just smacks you down. Okay, that works. There we go. Nailed it that time. So you don't actually need that much momentum built up from this hill. It's really about the timing in the moments.
All right, just touch the very top of the loop. Just touch the top of the loop and I'll give it to you.
All right, I'll keep it. Then I just do just the top.
Just the tip. I mean, I meant to say top. Whoops.
I can't even. I gotta take my stretch break.
Wow, you made 100 attempts at this. That's actually really impressive.
Wow.
Oh, I was like, how did it label it as 100? How did it know it was 100? It just so happens that my 100 attempts wave file was also the 100th file that I've added to this. That's kind of crazy. What are the odds of that? A big thanks to my patrons, as always, for supporting me as I get a title across the finish line. I really do appreciate it. This footage was from back in 2020, so Goop Loop is fully released now. If you have a few bucks to spare, maybe consider swinging by Steam to grab a copy.
Yeah. Thanks again for hanging out, and until next time, I'll see you later.